Good afternoon. You join us live from the. Now I'm getting feedback on your system, Rhys. Turn me down a little bit, and we'll try that again. You join us live on the Effing Racing Show on Twitch Sports for round 14 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship for the BMW Berlin E-Prix, presented by CBMM Niobium. This race takes place at the street circuit at Berlin's Tempelhof Airport and was first raced in 2014. Last year, the circuit played host to 6 races in what was a different year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In this same spirit of change, we will see the races at this circuit in 2 different layouts this weekend, one today and one in our season finale tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jez, joined this afternoon by Rhys' one on tour. How you doing, sir?
Hope you're well. It's nice to see you, and happy birthday. Let's kick that off live.
Thank you, much appreciated. And thank you
Yes,
for the resub. It's a very, very nicely timed birthday gift.
Get it in there. Keep it for his birthday. Keep it for his birthday. Yeah, it's back home in the motherland, so they say.
Yes, indeed, or at least the land where your mother lives, if nothing
Indeed.
else. Yeah. So I was promised dodgy posters on the wall, or did you not use your old bedroom in the end?
Oh no, they're on that wall. You can see some dodgy photos. Let me find them. Oh, here you go. Here's a very dodgy one of me when I was.
Oh yes, I've seen that one before.
That's about as dodgy as you're going to get. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I've got some dodgy photos of you myself. I'll have to dig them out at some point if it's absolutely necessary. But you posted a particularly nice photo of me this morning for my birthday, looking hungover and demonic, and just hiding there with my head turned down, looking evilly at the camera. I don't know what I was upset about, but
well, that was from my Facebook memory, so it must have been a birthday do of some kind. Posted up.
Yeah.
11 years, I think, must have been that.
Wow. Time has flown. And time has flown on this Formula One season as well. We're on the last weekend. We've got today's race and tomorrow's race, and that is it. And things are still very, very open in the World Championship. It's still pretty much all to play for. I think they mentioned we were in the double digits, the amount of people that could still win this championship going into today.
18 drivers can still mathematically win.
Wow.
And our results today. But before this race starts, as we see to the Wolf, there's 18 drivers that could still win, which is pretty cool, really. It's impressive.
Yeah. It is crazy, really. I don't think I've ever known any championship in any sport, not even just motorsport, that can be won by 18 different people on the last race. Rhys is a bit muffly. Yes, he's on his antique laptop from that he's taken with him. So unless he talks directly at the laptop, he's a little bit muffly. But
I do have my work laptop.
let me just make sure I haven't got any filters on here. Just to make sure. Turn the gain up a little bit.
There. You can hear me now? Lean down a bit so you can hear me better. Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of some of the old British touring car seasons where they'd be going into the last race where anyone can win it. But it should be close. I'm looking forward to the race. Actually, I watched qualifying this morning. That was good.
Yep.
Close. Again, it came down to the last lap, didn't it? The last lap of the last car to get pole. The track seemed to be changing quite a lot throughout it. What I saw of it.
Yeah, that was one thing I couldn't really understand, and perhaps you'll be able to explain it to me. They were expecting things to be best for the third group of people going out to qualify, but the track conditions were mostly the same. I mean, the temperature may have raised slightly with more cars on it, and the sun continuing to rise and it getting warmer, but considering the track is concrete that was laid in 1940. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between the groups and how it would have made any difference whatsoever. Do you have an answer?
I think because it's older tarmac, it makes less difference. The more modern tracks with newer tarmacs, like say, react differently to the heat. And the track temperature went up. I think they said.
Yeah.
It all depends on a mixture of the tires as well. Sometimes the tires work better when it's warmer, and sometimes it. But no, I didn't really get why it didn't make much of a difference. It's different, I suppose, to Formula One, where there's loads and loads of mileage on the cars, and the track sort of rubbers up, as they call it. The more mileage they do. But Formula E, obviously, they do less laps, less running, such, and the tires are different as well.
Yeah, although you could see, I saw for the first time in qualifying the tyre degradation that we're kind of used to seeing in Formula One. There was a look at the back of, I think it was Jev's car as he was going out for his final lap, and the tyres were just beaten and worn at the back there, and I assume he wasn't able to change them between initial qualifying and then going out for Superpole. But
no, that's one of the differences. They use the same tyres, and because they're not allowed tyre warmers, usually the person that goes last in the Superpole has to do a lot more work to warm up the tyres. So if you're in the last group and you make the Superpole shootout, and you go out first. So if you're sixth in the qualifying, I think it is, your tyres are still kind of in that operating zone, so you haven't got to work them so hard. Whereas if you're last, you've got to wait for the other 5 or 6 drivers to do their laps, and then you've got to warm your tyres up and start again. So.
Yeah, and you don't really get that much of a formation lap in this either. You pretty much just go straight out, go around to the first corner, and off you go for your Superpole.
I think it was that was coming around, and you could see him locking his brakes, trying to warm up the tyres and warm the brakes, and that was on the straight. And I was like, oh, okay. So I think he was probably a victim of that, and that's why he was trying to be a little bit more violent with him to try and get him. I mean, I'm assuming that he wasn't planning on locking up, but because it doesn't do your tyres any good, does it?
No, but I suppose if it's your last lap, you can go all in on trying to get some heat in them, and by any means necessary, I suppose. But oh, we've lost you now that you touched your laptop. There you go.
It's weird, isn't it? I need to find out where the microphone actually is on this, because I don't. The camera is at the bottom of the screen, which is a weird place for it to be. That's where the microphone.
Yeah, they're usually in the same place, but it is strange.
I'll just not touch it.
That'll probably work better. But I tell you what, we will go into our commercial break that we need to get going, and then when we come back, we'll do the grid, and then we'll be about ready to kick off our penultimate race in the Formula E World Championship for the 2021 season. Be back shortly. See you soon. the BMW Berlin E-Prix, presented by CBMM Niobium, whoever they are. Any ideas?
No, I will look at it.
Yeah, quite a bit of research, live research. Not sure what they get themselves up to. We'll find out. But I will take you through the starting grid for this race, and I'll bring it up on the screen as well and give you a little look at the track. Tamsin, this is your cue to check out whether this looks like anything. It looks maybe like a tank, actually. Now I'm looking at it. This track layout, maybe it's a bit of a tank. And also, I should say, welcome, Jaeger. Thank you for the happy birthday. Welcome, Obliviator. How you doing? And a cat with an ear trumpet. Nope.
What they do in the chapter. So they do different metal things and sides and.
There you go. How can you listen to these horrific cars? I actually like the sound of these cars. Like, I know it's not a Formula One car, but I quite like them. I quite like them.
It kind of sounds like Eric's playing with his rubber patrol car. To be honest, isn't it? I mean, I don't listen to the sound, to be honest. I usually have a stand up because I'm not really myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes it more better.
Lots of negative things are said about Formula E, but I would say that people need to give it a chance and actually watch the racing and the competition that's going on, because it is stellar. It is absolutely stellar.
I think it's fair to say that we were, or certainly me and Def were one of those negative people about Formula E. But the more we've watched it, the more we've started to enjoy it, I was fair to say.
Absolutely. Yeah. So here is the grid for round 14. Jules Verne starts on pole. De Costa is second. De Grassi, or De Chiti, as we called him after the last race, is third. Mortara is fourth. Nato fifth, and Buemi sixth. Those were the group that went through Super Pole. Evans is seventh. Dennis eighth. Verline ninth. Gunter 10th. Roland 11th, Rast 12th, Cassidy 13th, Lotterer 14th, Bird 15th, Sims 16th, Blomqvist 17th, Seti Camera 18th, De Vries 19th, Turvey 20th, Lynn down in 21st, that's not good for him, Van Dorn 22nd, Freins 23rd, and Ericsson 24th.
That you can watch along on iPlayer as well for those who want to watch the race with us.
Yes, absolutely. Free to air in the UK. If you're watching in the United States, you can watch the race on the CBS Sports Network. If you're elsewhere in the world, go to the Formula E website and it will tell you where you can watch. It's free or on basic TV packages in the majority of the world.
Yeah, that's a good thing about Formula, isn't it?
You're gone again.
Touching.
Not allowed to touch the laptop. Try again.
How's that?
Yeah, good.
So you've got 19 minutes to get your fan boost on, folks. Linking there.
Is Cassidy just casually flicking the steering wheel while pondering if he can be bothered to shift gears? He is... Where is he today, Cassidy? He's been doing quite well for the majority of the season.
Yeah, yeah.
Down in 13th today. Let's have a little look at the World Championship kind of picture.
It's going to be impossible to keep track of it, so we're going to...
No, I'm not going to be able to keep track of it, but we can see what it's like now, and then what we can hope to happen afterwards. If I can find it, because the Formula E website is not
it's hard work, isn't it?
It is a bit hard work. Right, here it is. So, leading the World Championship currently is De Vries with 95 points. In second is Freins with 89 points. And in joint third are Bird and Dennis with 81. So there's 2 Brits there. DeCosta is 5th with 80. And then Lynn is 6th with 78. And I could pretty much go down this entire list and they would be relevant for the championship, because with the winner getting 25 points, same style as Formula 1, all the way down to 1 point for 10th.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to play for with 2 races left, and it could really go to anyone. But we've got DeCosta in 5th in the championship and is 2nd on the grid currently. So if he maintains that gives him 18 points, is it? Yeah. So that puts him on 98, would lead. De Vries, who currently leads, is all the way down in 19th. So no points for him if that doesn't change. He would not win. Frines also down fairly low, if I'm remembering correctly. Can't find him. 23rd, yeah. And Bird is starting 15th, yeah. So the top 3 are not in the points as the race begins. So unless they're able to do something major about that, it is it's all for DeCosta to play for in 2nd at least. Where is Vern in the championship?
I'm sure we are on your feed, but on Eurosport they're just about to start.
They are not with me. Oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. They are pretty much there. Yeah.
We're doing their driving forward to 5 yards bit.
Yeah, I expect on broadcast television you are going to be a tad ahead of me watching on iPlayer, so you will be closer to the view from the future. There's the horn that wakes us up every time for me.
Horn time.
Right, let's just catch up with the chat. Does he drive an orange car? You behave. The happiest of Formula E data days to you both. Thank you very much, Harmstone. Welcome. The bird is the word. The bird is the 15th word, unfortunately, at the moment. What time does the race start? Now. If there's a boring bit, you have a present you can open. Oh, excellent. Okay. We don't tend to have boring, drawn-out bits in this like we sometimes have with the Formula 1. It tends to, even if there's a stoppage, it's dealt with pretty quickly. But and when did you want your present, Jez? Whenever. I'm easy. I assume you have begun, have you?
I'm not saying it.
He's not saying a thing. Yeah. Have you got Sky Plus up there?
No.
I was going to say, it might be worth you pausing and holding on a little bit.
You tell me when.
Okay, the lights are out and the rubber is rolling in Berlin. We're underway. You'll kind of work out based on my reaction when you want to press play, I guess. But going around the first corner. Seem to be pretty neat around the first corner, although very tight in the edges. It's coming into turn 3 and out towards turn 4 is when they have to go single file. So this could be where we see some drama happening, but it seems pretty safe so far. No major crashes. We didn't get a prediction going in the end. We talked nonsense instead.
Season.
What is happening there? We got a bit of a spin going on. Who's that?
Sideways.
He's struggling to watch and then talk to the microphone. A little bit.
I put my finger over the microphone because I'm using the mouse pad. That's what I was doing. Really, I should move the laptop sort of that way, and then.
So you're all looking in the same direction. Yeah. There we go. Get yourself settled and then don't touch the laptop. Right, so I've just finished a lap.
No. Come on. Pause it for 10 seconds.
Roughly in the same kind of place. That's good.
There we go. That'll be about right.
So a little bit of touchy drama, but they all managed to stay fairly neat and didn't smash it up in lap 1. Didn't notice any real change to the order either.
It's a bad weekend for the Brits, isn't it? Top Brit is 8th and 9th, and Roland and Dennis. Third and 13th, 17th, 17th, and Tavian. Blomqvist run at the back.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty standard for Blomqvist, and in my view from the future, it does look like Blomqvist might be out. He's just crawling around the track there on the live view.
He's still racing.
We'll open attack zone shortly. Where? Ooh, I didn't want to expand the data. I wanted more on the track info. Where is the attack zone? The attack zone is on turn 6, so about halfway through the lap.
Oh, I see.
I did not spot it on during qualifying. It's not as obvious as it has been in the other races. I'm sure we'll see it soon. The attack mode zone has just opened. See if anyone wants to take it first. Where has my map gone? What are you doing, computer? We've broken it. Let's refresh. There he is. Right.
There you go.
Much nicer. That's better.
The Blomqvist is out. Didn't see that happen, but he was out.
No, it's probably an engine failure all the way at the back. He's always just given up. Like, yeah, I'm not going to win this. I'll just go home early. I'll start on the beer.
That's pretty certain. Armstrong's going to jump out of the cake. Now, that'll be a scary cake, wouldn't it?
That would be impressive. I've had my Oreo cheesecake last night.
Nice.
Don't get me started. And I have 2 cakes to be presented to me later, so it should be a cake-filled weekend.
Is it a Harmstone-sized cake?
It's pretty big, but I don't think it's Harmstone-sized.
Any surströmming in it?
There is absolutely no surströmming anywhere in sight. Even if MJ Harmstone were to burst out of the cake, I don't think he would bring surströmming.
I mean, he'd have to eat it himself, there, wouldn't he? So pretty much stayed this quo, isn't it?
It is.
The Rhys have dropped pace each. MOKKA has gone up. Dennis is in 6th.
No. Where is Dennis? Dennis is all the way down in... Can't even see him. Why can't I see him?
6th in the wheel, eh?
9th. Yeah, he's 9th in the view from the future and on the TV. So your live timing may have frozen there, mate.
Oh, we've gone down to 9th. There we go.
No, there we go.
Come on, happens. He must have missed. He's gone wide off.
Who's winning? Vern is currently winning. We're pretty much in the same order as qualifying at the moment. Duff, welcome in. Are you back from your viewing? Because we could accommodate you if you wanted to jump in.
Get in here, Duff. Oh.
He's touching his laptop again and ruining his mic. Like he's desperate to get slots in. So I don't care about my mic. I'm just going to make sure I get my slots in.
People what they want.
Yeah.
Slots.
And what does the Acorn leaderboard look like right now? Let's have a look. You're leading, Rhys. 1,291. Tam's in second, 924. Jaeger third, 756. Your father fourth, 738. And Aletha, 700. Acorn Bucks in fifth. Harmstone's not even in the list. Or is Duff?
Oh, get somewhere, eh?
Yeah, I think Harmstone has learned from previous months where there's no use leading in the beginning of the month. When you get towards the end of the month, that's when you need to come from behind and stack up some bucks.
You're away now for a week, so it's a lot less time to get it back at the end.
There is a lot less time in August, yeah. Like, there's no gaming from me next week. It's just the sports stuff all the way through the week. So yeah, you
In fact,
need.
this is the last racing show for a couple of weeks as well.
It is, yeah.
Doing IndyCar or something.
Yeah, we could do an IndyCar. I do need to get my hours up, but we shall see.
You're not there for the Belgian, no?
I'm not. No, which is a shame. Yeah, I'm giving you control of my Twitch for a day, which is it's a scary prospect, but there you go.
Don't worry, it'll be fun. So I think that's so someone's started to take their action zones now. People have stuff over them screen. So who was it? Lotterer and Bird.
Yeah, Sims has just taken his as well. 8 minutes again. So there's still the doubled up attack mode like we had in the last race. It's strange how attack mode played a real part in the early races, and now it's kind of meaningless in these last few races.
Yeah,
and I think that kind of parallels the like the attacking and the overtaking that we saw a lot of in the early races, but a lot more conservative driving in these last few races. I don't know what the difference is.
Used it so much. It hasn't made such a big difference in the last couple of races. I mean, I think it comes down to the track type as well. There's some way where that boost is on sort of some tracks. That boost is worth more because of the twisty nature. So you do get a bigger advantage. But if there's lots of straights, I don't think you get the same advantage. I think it's more about coming out of the corners quicker.
Yeah, it's not so big on straight line speed, is it? The attack mode boost.
It's more about the torque and the power, etc.
Yeah. Because although this is a street circuit, quote, it's still quite wide open and twisty. This looks more like a conventional race circuit than it does a street circuit, as far as I'm concerned. It's very, very wide, very open in a great number of places.
It reminds me of the IndyCar track they used to race at Chicago. They used to race at Chicago O'Hare, and they used to have there was space for like 15 cars. It was that wide, the track for turn one. It used to be an awesome race. Talking a little while ago now, but it was a similar kind of setup to this, where it was an active airport, and they just used to race around it. It was a great track. To enjoy that. In fact, I think I had it on my IndyCar game back on my old 486 PC.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's going back a bit, but that was the first ever racing game I played. That pretty much.
The track will look very different on an old PC than it did in real life, I expect. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely does. Definitely does. That was when Nigel Mansell was out there. Anyway, let's get back to the racing. A few more people have took their boosts now, I see.
Yeah. Still, though, 10 minutes in and no real change to the standing. So it's looking good for Da Costa, especially in the World Championship kind of standings and picture. Oh, dear. Verline with a puncture.
No, that's not good.
And he's out. I mean, he wasn't particularly ahead in this race anyway. Where is he in the championship? Remember to talk at your laptop.
There's two of them, isn't there? One's going into the pits and one's knackered on the straight.
Oh, it looks like Bird. Bird is out. That and
I didn't see that. We'll have a look now.
For someone third in the championship in Bird, that's not good for him. Verline was 11th on 71 points, so not.
That the puncture he drove into the other guy, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think Verline had much chance of taking a lead in the championship down where he was. Anyway, so
I haven't seen what happened to Bird, have you?
No, he's just sat on the track.
It's almost like it's a car problem, like a drivetrain or something. Because they're in his driveway cam out there at the minute.
Yeah, he's looking on board. They can't really see what's happening. There's a chance he could get going again, but I think his race is over, regardless of whether he gets going again.
Well, he's a lap down there anyway, isn't he, at least? So that's right. Yeah.
He's right on the racing line as well, which is inconvenient. Along that straight on the outside.
Well, they have to get a safety car because they have to get someone on there to move it on it.
Yeah, you're not gonna there's nowhere to pull him off anywhere near there, is there? Why is this dude waving a green flag out next to him? That's a poor idea, isn't it? He's got the wrong colour.
Oh, I don't know why they're just leaving him there because he's still standing the car. If there's nothing to go, you better get out of the car and back on him.
You'd think so. Be safer.
Yeah, I don't quite get that. Maybe there's something if everyone's got the sound on. But, I don't understand why you do that because if someone crashes into him or whatever, it's a messy situation to be in.
Yeah, no, I can hear it, and there's no indication of what's going on. Ah, there we go, a safety car. I think they were maybe giving him a chance to try and get it started again, and now they've decided it's not going to. So here is a safety car. So that seems like a good opportunity to get a prediction going.
Yes.
Perhaps there will be a crash on the restart.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it is quite a twisty little track. I quite like it though. It's a fun track.
And for the first time in this year's calendar, at least in Formula E, 2 tracks but different configurations between one round and the other. So tomorrow's Berlin E-Prix will be on a completely different configuration. They're going to reverse it and add an extra section, apparently.
I think that's good. Should be interesting to see that tomorrow because that first corner that's the first corner of the day will make a pretty interesting last corner. What I thought you could come out there quite quick for it in terms of overtaking opportunities, etc.
Absolutely, yeah. And obviously last year they did 6 races on this airport, and I think they had 6 different configurations for each of them. So they've got form in mixing things up. I'm not sure how about about this configuration yet myself, because it doesn't really lend itself to a lot of overtaking.
No, it's been a bit of a procession.
And I'm not a fan of a procession myself.
It is now would be a good time if you had a present delivered, apparently.
Yeah. When would you like me to bring it in? Does the deliverer want it opened on stream? Because I can open it on stream, or I can open it when I'm done. I don't mind, personally. I don't mind. Welcome, Club. Thank you for the birthday love. Much appreciated. I believe so. Let me just put in some Jezbot points to the prediction. I think.
It must have just been a car failure. I
think a crash is likely myself.
I think it's pretty likely as well because they've been very good so far. But there's people in this championship that are going to have to start going for it. Surely, I would imagine.
You'd think so, especially because most of the championship leaders are in like that 10 to 20 field, and they're out of the points. You've got to really put your foot down and be aggressive here. The difference between crashing and
that have got a chance, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. The difference between crashing and taking yourself out of the race and finishing 12th is there's no difference, really, is there?
Exactly. Even if you finish 12th and you haven't gone for it, you ain't going to win the championship. If you go for it and crash, then at least you better go in. So,
I'm receiving a delivery. Hello.
Drum roll, everybody.
Sneaking in. Hello, sweetie. You got something for me? Thank you very much. Would you like to say hello while you're here?
She refused to have her hair tidied up.
Okay. Say hello to everyone while you're here. Ooh, squeeze you in. It's a bit tight.
Hello.
There we go. Let me just put this screen on. There you go. Can you see Rhys? Say hello, Rhys. Say hello, Tamsin. You can't see Tamsin. You just have to say hello to her. She's talking to me in the chat.
Hello, Tamsin.
Say hello, Jaeger. That's Nick. But we don't call him Nick. We call him Jaeger.
I was just thinking,
Not very chatty today, are you? Say hello, club.
Hello, club.
There you go. Club gets a hello.
Would you like cake? Would you like cake?
Not right now. Thank you. How'd you go, sweetie?
You did get one, Jaeger. That's all right. We'll definitely a hello, Jaeger.
No, you didn't get a hello. She was confused about who I was telling her to say hello to. She's like, Jaeger? I don't know Jaeger. I don't know who this is. Yeah. Right, we're back underway, so I will open this present shortly, but the safety car is in.
Steady, there was no crack on the restart.
No. No, so I'll choose the prediction outcome for that. Someone's getting a lot of points from Jezbot.
Oh, I did go with no in the end.
Did you? Yeah, there you go. I really thought they would be. And obviously I can't bet on my own thing, on my own channel, so I use Jezbot's points, but yeah, no crash. Me, says Tamsin, but mostly me. Yeah, you and Tamsin were the main recipients there.
Works for me. Well, and Tamsin?
Very lucky. Well, there will be some new channel point redemptions coming in September, so you need all the points you can hoard for that.
Anyone watching the live stream, that's a DC-40 here, playing in the middle of the first corner, I believe. Your dad pointed it out this morning whilst watching qualifying.
And the interesting thing for me about this race is that it's sponsored by BMW, and we've got a few BMW electric cars littered around the side of the track for people to look at. And what's interesting about that for me is the fact that this is BMW's last weekend in Formula E. They are leaving at the end of this. BMW and Audi are both on their way out. They won't be participating in future Formula E seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've got what they wanted out of it as a company. You know, they developed the drivetrains and the technology and stuff which they're now using their road cars. But the other theory is that they're coming out of this to get ready to come into Formula One because VW Group owns them. They're rumoured to be coming into Formula One in 2024, whenever the new engine rules are out. So that apparently is the precursor that they're coming out of this to start developing a powertrain and engine for Formula One, which would be awesome if that was indeed true.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think coming and developing this, there are two main things you can be doing, really. One is, yes, you're developing the kind of electric technology for your own road cars and building that, and they've done that. That's a big tick for pretty much everybody involved in this sport, to be honest. I think they've done really well there. And yeah, as you say, get your feet wet in motorsport in a similar kind of style. I would say Formula E is about as entry level as you can get moving towards Formula One, other than maybe Formula 3 or similar.
Well, yeah, they've got through them because I think in terms of prepping a race team and building a race team, this is a good way to start it off, I guess.
Yeah.
Procedures, stuff like that, and having the setup and factory and all the rest of it. But no, I think it'd be awesome if VW come in. They won't come in as VW. They'll come in as Audi or one of their motorsport brands. Porsche is apparently the one that they're rumoured to be coming in as.
So they're both VW group, aren't they? Audi and BMW. Yeah.
So it'll be Red Bull Porsche, for example. So, rumor has it that Red Bull are going to sell their new engine factory that they've got paid from Honda, and the technologies that go with it. To VW Group will then come in, the engine manufacturer, which would be cool.
It's funny that they don't want to just start their own, really. Like
It's a
this.
fun thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go that way if the engine regs come out that it goes back to a simpler engine, like a combustion engine with a turbo. That might well happen. Be cool, but I don't think that'll happen. I think they'll stick with the hybrid model, but it'll be a fixed development rather than for as much money at it as you can, kind of thing.
Yeah. I was ready to interrupt you in what looked like was going to be a bit of a smash situation, but that didn't happen. But what has happened while we were discussing engines is that DaCosta is now leading. Things going very well for his championship hopes there, if he is able to maintain that.
Felix DaCosta, of course, is the champion in Formula E as well.
Yeah. Jaeger asked about De Cheeky. He's in second. And his teammate Rast is now up in third.
Yeah, 2 Audis. It's quite unusual that it's two cars that are close together from the same team. So
Yeah.
you've got the two DSs, the 2 Audis. It doesn't happen like that. You usually enforce.
No, and actually you've got the 2 Rocket Venturis really close to each other as well. And you've got Mortara in 4th and Nato in 7th, but they were both in Superpole. Oh, hang on, what's going on here?
It's okay.
Bit of overtaking, finally. We're actually seeing some aggression now.
Yeah, Jev has lost a couple of places. Jev's now 4th.
Yep.
So Rast and De Gravelly have got past Jev.
He's down in 4th now. 5th in our view from the future, so he's about to lose another place. So is this the curse of leading the race and then having to conserve energy that we've seen in previous races? Or is there a... Well, yeah, he's just given that place up. He didn't even really make any effort to defend.
Has he used his boost yet?
It does not mention, but we've got the fan boosts in. I forgot to vote for fan boost. DaCosta, Evans, De Vries, Lynn, and Sims all with fan boosts. Everybody that's got the fan boost is still in it for once. I think, Bird normally gets one. I guess maybe they gave up on him after he crashed out, or maybe they didn't give it to him and they just gave it to the next person. I don't know.
Of course he
He
so
is out.
Blomqvist is still going now, but he's 6 laps down.
It's kind of pointless, isn't it? Just come back.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe. I suppose you're not even getting your eye in for tomorrow, are you? Because it's a different track. So I really don't see the purpose of going back out there.
Oh, here we go.
Lucas de Grassi's going for it. Oof. Forces his way through. Finally, some aggressive racing, and he may lose that second place as well.
Nice to be
yeah,
done, De Grassi.
Rast gets past as well. So DaCosta's now down in 3rd.
Yeah.
Finally, we're seeing some racing happening as we go under 20 minutes left of this race.
Looking for Tyre again. Played, sir. Well played. So the fastest lap at the minute is with Rast as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's going quick. And fastest lap by quite a bit as well.
Yeah, 108.9. Everybody else is still in the 109s.
Yeah, there's no one else in the 108s.
No.
Oh, there we go. As soon as I said it was going to happen. Oh, no. That was Rast going faster again.
Yeah, he's just improved on his time.
So the front 3 have got their boosty boost now.
Yeah. So Mortara now leading the race by virtue of everybody taking their fan boost, I think. It's the difference between the feed I'm watching and the view from the future is nuts. To think that so much is happening within a minute is crazy.
Jaeger Cosplays redeemed drink.
I know, and I did drink. I didn't mention it, but I'm happy to drink again.
I'll have some water is today's drink of choice.
I haven't got any alcohol in there yet. I'm still getting over last night's hangover before I add to it.
Nice work. Nice work. I'm still recovering from yesterday's meeting with Cowboy Mike. What a meeting it was. Yeah, my view from the future. Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, so we're about up to date now with what's happening on my screen. So Matara now leads, Nato second, Degrassi third, Rast fourth, Da Costa down to fifth, Evans sixth, Dennis seventh, Vern eighth, Roland ninth, and Gunther 10th. That's the points. So let's have a look at Mortara and Nato in the championship. Mortara is ninth with 74 points. So if he gets that 25 points, that puts him on 99 leads.
Yeah.
Where's Nato? Nato is in 21st in the championship and has 17 points. So means nothing to him. He can just take points away from other people.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Degrassi in third. Where have I lost him in the championship? Degrassi is 14th with 62 points. So it doesn't really mean a whole lot to him either.
No. I thought he was closer than that.
I thought he was a lot closer than that as well. Perhaps he would have been if he wasn't disqualified from the last race for being a cheating so-and-so.
Yeah, they're changing the rules to stop that happening, aren't they?
Quite so, I think. That was nonsense. That was absolutely nonsense. Yeah. He knew what he was doing, and it wasn't sporting, and he shouldn't have done it, regardless of whether it is in the rules or not. It's not at all sporting. That's my opinion on it.
No, I'm on the same page as you, mate. Same page.
Win the race by actually racing, not sneaking down the pits. That's nonsense.
So Rhys is managing to hold on to his place despite being the only one in the top 9 without a boost in. And he's still got the fastest lap. It's interesting.
I think he stayed out of trouble for quite a lot of that early part of the race. Maybe didn't waste as much energy or eat the tyres so much on this changing kind of road surface.
They haven't flashed up the energy levels yet, have they?
No, they took 4 kilowatts off for the safety car.
Yeah.
No, we haven't had an energy update in quite some time.
I see NLX are there.
Of course. Our good friends at NLX.
Absolutely. It'd be awesome if they sponsored
I'd love for them to sponsor this show. I don't think it would bode well for them. There would be too many jokes, but we can behave, I'm sure.
Cool. Get some more training positions there. The Jaguar. Evans up to 5th.
Yeah, so now Rast is losing positions because he is the only one in that group without the attack mode on. Yeah, so Rast down to 5th. I expect he's going to lose another place very shortly as well. It's almost as if I have some kind of view from the future predicting it for me.
If only. But he's still got a fastest lap, doesn't he? Which is strange.
Yeah. Yeah, none of the others are going much faster.
You still get a point for that, I think, in Formula E.
Oh, do they do that as well?
Yeah.
I did wonder.
Lynn is in 14th. Van Dorn is still in 15th as well. I thought he would have come through the field a bit.
Van Dorn's like that, though, isn't he? he's good when he's in the front kind of field, but if he's at the back, he doesn't tend to do very much at all, unfortunately.
Where was Van Dorn in the championship? We've still got it up.
I do still have it. Van Dorn is... Ooh, I can't find him. Van 13th in the championship, 63 points.
Okay.
So
Needed a win.
he'd need 2 wins, I think, to do it.
Right. Oh, here we go. Nato. That's the big gravelly. Without Bruce as well. So
Yeah.
Nato's got past the gravelly. Oh no, that was Degrassi going. Sorry, my bad. Wrong way around.
That makes more
Grassi's
sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
With Bruce. That makes more sense.
It would be impressive if he'd managed to overtake him with attack mode on while not having attack mode. Yeah, that would be something to shout about.
Pretty pointless Bruce mode, wouldn't it?
So what's the gap with 0.2 seconds Mortara behind? So I think he could, with his boost, he's got 2 minutes of boost left. He can probably have a go at Mortara again and take back that first place.
You think so? He's got probably a lap, 2 laps to get it back with boost. Would be good.
Yeah, so if he wins 62.87, I suppose, yeah, it puts him in contention to win it tomorrow. It doesn't help him today, but if he can have 2 good races, then Degrassi could get there, despite me initially just dismissing him. It's building towards an exciting finale tomorrow.
It'll be another qualifier for Sunday morning as well.
I wonder what Degrassi's plans are racing-wise now that his team are leaving the sport. Is he going to try and find another team in Formula E, or is he going to go elsewhere? That'll be interesting to follow the teams, the drivers, sorry, in these 2 teams that are leaving. Degrassi, Rast, Gunter, and De Vries. No, not De Vries. Where's the other BMW? Dennis.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't think there's any chance of any of those not getting into a Formula 1 car.
No.
But we'll see. I mean, I know Toto Wolff was bigging up Stoffel Van Dorn the other day. But, yeah, Stoffel Van Dorn had his chance in Formula 1 and failed dismally. And that's not to say that he couldn't do it, but he was in McLaren.
Yeah.
Didn't cover himself in glory, should we say.
And a few of these guys do testing for some Formula 1 teams, don't they? Some of the younger, the younger
Alex
drivers. Didn't we discover Cassidy was doing testing for Red Bull as well, or something like that?
Yeah, Cassidy's in the Red Bull thing. Lynn is in Alpine.
Yeah.
The Gravely has done some testing. Remy was in Formula 1 for a while as well.
Mm-hmm. I remember Wemmy.
He drove what was AlphaTauri.
Yes.
When
the younger Red Bull team, isn't it? Yeah.
I think, obviously Marcus Ericsson done a bit. He was in Alfa Romeo, or Sauber as it was then.
Well, this isn't Marcus Ericsson.
Oh, it is a different Ericsson.
It is a different Ericsson, yeah. Yes, indeed.
A couple of them come from IndyCar as well, so it wouldn't surprise me to see some of them go over there. There's talk of Hulk going to IndyCar next year.
And I suppose that's the difference. I mean, if you've been doing Formula E for a couple of years throughout this pandemic, you wouldn't have really wanted to go elsewhere and kind of travel in that sense. But hopefully, come next year, the world is a bit more your oyster, and you can head back out to the States to do IndyCar or whatever you like, really.
But Rhys, get your accents together. Yes, I know. I'm allowed to make a mistake.
Rhys is still using his old Ericsson phone that he got free for sending in tokens to Coca-Cola back in the early 2000s.
Hey, Those old phones were good.
They were good. Indestructible.
Evans
Okay, Evans up into third. More movement happening. Where is Evans in the championship? We didn't really give him much of a chance earlier. 75 points in 8th. So where is he now? 3rd. That would give him 15. That puts him on 90, which currently takes him into 2nd, I think. Frines isn't going to get anything. Where's Frines? 15th. He's not going to get anything. De Vries not going to get anything. Bird's not going to get anything. Dennis. Where's Dennis? Dennis is in 5th. He's currently on 81 points. That would put him on 91 points. That takes him into the top 3. So that would put him 2nd and Evans 3rd, I think. It's hard to keep up with all this. There are so many variables in this championship.
Yeah, because, that DNF has probably ruined it for Bird in terms of winning it now, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I know at one point he was doing really well.
Well, they're saying that. I mean, staying on 81 points, a win tomorrow would give him a fair chance.
Yeah, it's out of his hands, isn't it, I guess, now?
Yeah.
You need to win and hope that other people couldn't do so well.
I have to lurk in a minute, have a super afternoon. Well, before you go then, Tamsin, let me open my gift.
No.
Live opening. Oh dear, I haven't got my scissors in here.
I know.
There we go. No, it's all right. I've got it. Like, I managed to peel off the ribbons. Here we go. It's very squishy.
I wonder
what it could be too. It's some sugar paper. Way.
Oh, look at that.
Thanks, Tamsin. I've always wanted some sugar paper. It's very, very kind of you.
More than a man wants than sugar. 15% is the average of the minute. Graphic.
Oh, I love that. Check this out.
Squirrels. That's awesome.
That's a beautiful shirt. I love that. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you.
Well spotted.
I will wear that tomorrow for the second of 2 Formula E races this weekend.
You've all got Duff back tomorrow?
Yes, indeed. No Rhys tomorrow, Duff. I hope it fits. It should do. It's the right size. It is the right size, so I fully expect it to. That's super kind, thank you.
Coming to the end of this, 5 minutes left.
Ha!
Still doing well in 5th.
Check out my card, Rhys.
Oh, nice. Stick.
Put a doggy.
I was looking at the wrong camera. Look at that. There we go.
Have a hoppy day. You know you want to. There you go. And I can get my birthday badge by filling out some of these things. What is your favourite kind of cake? I think it's like the Oreo cheesecake that I had yesterday, actually. Draw the world's most amazing cake. Okay, now we're in trouble. Make up a fantastic name for this cake. My Oreo cake. How many candles are on your cake? 35. Right, so moving on. I am 35 today, yes. Yep. I fully expect to be dead by 70, so I think I'm officially middle-aged now.
Yeah, make the most of it, mate.
Yep. Yeah, I do some stupid things. I'll probably be dead by then, so. Right.
Maybe a few more bones first.
4 minutes left, plus 1 lap in this race. The standings currently are as follows. De Grassi leads, Mortara 2nd, Evans 3rd, Nato 4th, Dennis 5th, Vern 6th, Da Costa 7th, Gunther 8th, Rast 9th, and Lotterer 10th. And at this stage in the season, I don't care about anybody else. It's the top 10 that's important here.
Yeah. Points win prizes, people.
Christ, you're old. Shut up, Harmstone.
Hey, Tamsinaki.
Yeah, good afternoon, Tamsinaki. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Hopefully see you tomorrow for race 2.
Oh,
Still
God.
some Oreo cheesecake left, but there's another cake on the way when you finish the race. All right, good. I hope it's as tasty as the Oreo cheesecake, because that was fantastic. Karis
Yeah, it's
is
funny.
outdoing herself this weekend with just cake after cake after cake.
Hey, make the most of it, man.
Yeah.
They're all down to 10%. Well, Den's on 11, but they got. Yeah, that should be fine. We shouldn't have the disaster of previous Rome.
Yeah. Valencia.
Yes, Valencia. So,
Yeah.
although
Saying that, when just before I opened that present, they were on 23%, so they are losing power fairly rapidly. If you are being aggressive and trying to gain points, then you may eke out some of that power.
they're getting through like 3% of that. So no, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. Seen that big mark on the front of that BMW's bone symbol.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, there have been a lot of close calls in this race. People racing very closely, but not really overtaking, and a few touches. So it's probably happened in one of those instances. It's a regular cake designed by Hannah with a twist from you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'll put pictures up on the Discord of the cake and the story of the cake, because it's quite a funny one.
Can I eat a bit of cake? I had some Madeira cake with my 11s this morning. It was very good.
Very nice too. Yeah.
I like Madeira cake, especially the end bit, the end pieces. Lynn's got himself a drive-through penalty. Improper use of fan boost.
Improper use of fan boost. How do you improperly use fan boost?
I'm not sure.
I think he used more energy than the fan boost gives you, from what it sounds like.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's in 15, so he's out of it anyway. So
Yeah. Probably just wanted to take a chance. Maybe he wouldn't get caught. See what happens.
well, he's not in the championship anyway, as well. So.
No. Or is he?
Minute.
No, well, he's got 78 points. He's in 6th. So, again, something could put him there tomorrow, possibly. But, yeah. So, according to the live feed, Rhys will still lead this championship based on the current standings. With his...
he's last.
with his 95 points. So nobody is going to exceed 95 points. And that makes sense. Dennis going for it.
Can move that. Let's settle the top 2 at least.
Okay, time expiring. So 1 lap remaining in round 14.
Let's do or die, people. Get your balls out. Let's go.
So very important for Degrassi if he hopes to win 2 straight and win the championship, that he keeps this going. It's a good result for Mortara in 2nd as well, and good for Evans.
What is Mortara in championship again?
Mortara is 9th on 74 points. So this will put him on... where is he? 2nd. Oh, man, that's numbers I don't like. Lost him. 84 plus 8... 92. So, yeah, that'll take him into the top 3.
That's all right. Really close. He just can't get anything.
No, he's close to it. He is trying to get around the outside, but oh, hang on, no, he's taken that very wide. There was no chance of getting around that corner. Oh, hang on, final straight. He's right up his rear. Go on. Oof.
Not quite, but he was like that, wasn't it? Like
He
that.
had a proper go. Yeah, they were pretty much side by side as they crossed the line.
Yeah.
So Degrassi first. Mortara second, Evans third, Nato fourth, Dennis fifth, Vern sixth, DaCosta seventh, Gunter eighth, Rast down in ninth, still held the fastest lap throughout all that. Lotterer 10th. I will do the rest just in the interest of who is not getting any points today. Buemi 11th, Van Dorn 12th, Roland 13th, disappointing for him. Cassidy 14th, Frines 15th, Ericsson 16th, Sims 17th, SETI Camera 18th, Turvey 19th, Lynn 20th, Verline 21st, De Vries 22nd, Blankvist 23rd, and Bird out 24th. They finished with no battery left. They regularly do. It's just a tiny amount. Okay. Let me just... You carry on, sir. You carry on. I'm just going to do some maths here and see if I can work out the Drivers' Championship as it stands.
I'm for maths, people.
So, what was Degrassi on?
0.1, so they can't finish on 0.
So Degrassi has 87. Mortara, what did I say he was going to have? 92 or something?
92?
92, yeah. Mortara. Oops, try my mic, sorry about that. Evans.
Yep.
Evans. 75. So that's a nice easy one. He's on 90.
I don't know, anyone could not be a fan of KK going
in. Where's Nato? Is Nato relevant in any way? No. Nato's on 17th. I'm not even going to bother giving him his 12 points. This is a waste of time.
Yep.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Is 5th. He's on 81. Now he's on 91.
In fact, Jez, I can tell you where he is right now.
Oh yeah, it's just come up on the screen. There you go. Cool. Yeah, have you paused?
Pausing and waiting for the here we go. So De Vries on 95 points, Mortara on 92, Dennis is on 91, Evans on 90, Prince on 89, and De Gravelly on 87. So that is really close, really close.
So
it'd be 8 points between first and sixth championship going into tomorrow's race.
So hang on, yeah. Anyone in the top? Again, anyone in like that top kind of 15 could win with a win.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I will try and catch it on my phone. I'll be out. What time is the race tomorrow?
Good question. Let me just jump back to the main camera. We don't need the standings anymore. And I will bring in the schedule. To tell you, you're not being covered for once. There you go. I should have left it in the other screen so it covered you over, shouldn't I? But so 2:15 we're kicking off tomorrow, which means that the race is at 2:30. Yep. So join us again tomorrow. Well, join me tomorrow, me and Duff, for the Effing Racing Show, for the final race in the Formula E calendar for 2021. Is it cake time? It is cake time. I don't really think it's a good idea to try and squeeze it past my screen. So I'll come out to you. We'll take some photos for Discord and we'll put it up on Discord and let everybody share in it that way. But before we do, Rhys, I've got 2 questions for you. Well, one's a statement and the other's a question. Final thoughts, and I want a prediction from you to win the championship tomorrow.
Final thoughts. Not the most action-packed race, to be honest, but there was a little bit of overtaking, but like we've seen more. We're doing a typical Formula E race, don't we? It was good. I enjoyed it. It's a little bit of a battle at the end. And my prediction for the championship is going to be... I think De Vries is going to get it.
You think De Vries?
Because he's had a bad day today, but he's got fresh qualifying to go tomorrow. and assuming that goes well, obviously, I think he'll still nick it. He'll work.
Yep, that works. I can't really argue with that. And my final thoughts are much the same. I was expecting a bit more aggression and overtaking from people. We at least got it in the second half of this race. There were a couple of good overtakes. Be interesting to see how that changes tomorrow when they reverse this track and add a little extra bit to it. And who knows, will the attack mode be in the same place? That would be interesting. Very, very wide corner to come out of that if they do, so that would be cool. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Looking forward to closing out the Formula E season. It should be fantastic.
Awesome.
Right.
It'll be good.
Time for cake. I'm heading off for cake. Rhys, if you wanna like open your window on Monday as I drive past, I'm sure I can throw some cake at you from the M4 or something. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be ready to make the catch. I'm sure that'll work. But I can't think of any science that would disagree with that. I'm sure someone might. Thank you very much for joining. We will see you soon. Have a good afternoon. Cake and drunk time. Bye bye, everybody.
Guten Tag.
I love that you did that instead of Duff. Yeah, it's Auf Wiedersehen, but still. Bye bye.